So every now and again you come across something and you think, oh my God, I have to save every part of that. So with this beautiful cup, and I think I'll use this one for my challenge, it's got a gorgeous little butterfly in here. It's got this most beautiful edge around the top. Pretty little design, although it's pink, my nemesis colour, and this amazing bit around the bottom. So how much of this cup can I save? I don't know till I start cutting it, because we don't know how the cup has been treated and whether it'll break well or where it's been sitting. It's clearly brand new. I got it at the op shop for like 50 cents. Firstly, I'm going to try and cut this butterfly out. So I'm going to aim my nippers straight across there. So that's the most important thing. For this sort of cutting, I like my lepinets because I have better control of the handles and the direction in which it's going for tricky things. So here I'm going to aim across to the bottom. So I may break this or not, don't know. Fingers crossed. Oh, fantastic. So now I'm going to chop that little flower right out. I'm going to cut it that way. And I'm going to cut it that way because I want to keep every scrap for my flower because of the lovely colours. Okay, so that's one element out of the cup. The other thing I would like to have are these edges in a shape that I can use for the centre of the flower. Fingers crossed, remember this is a challenge. So I bring my lepinets in, I'll say about there. So I'm going to cut at this line and hopefully cut curves. So this is how you would approach things like fur, feathers, shards and that sort of thing. So I'll just chop and see where we go. So I've got this bit here. Now we like to have, for centre of flowers, we like to have points on both ends. So I'm going to chop that right now. So it is a point. And it might be that I angle these depending on how big my flower is. I'm going to go around the rim of the cup and do the same thing all the way round. Let's see what we get before we get into let's make some petals. So off I go. I'm just putting this edge on the shoulder of the nippers. The other thing I do when I start a new project is make sure these wheels aren't loose. Give it a clean. If I've done a few projects, then I'll turn them on a bit. I've got all of these shards now. I can go through and make sure that they're nicely shaped and that we've got any chips off. So tidy them up as you go so it's not such a huge job. All the same size when I get there. And then I have this now left for making of petals. So how do we do that? The first thing I do is I thank Rosalind for turning me into a flower making crazy person because I just love it. This bit came off the bottom when we did the butterfly, and of course that's too big a petal unless I want to make a humongous flower. So I can cut it into triangles by just chopping it across that way, or I can do cut this triangle off like this and then make another triangle. So we're making triangles, reason being is that one will poke down and we shape this off. So when you're shaping, do little nibbles. So first I'll take off a big chunk on the corner and then I'll nibble those off. And the smaller the nibble, the better. Because if you really nibble well, or tiny nibbles, I shouldn't say well, if you can get your nibble tiny, then you don't need to grind necessarily. Because I don't know how good this porcelain is around the outside and I don't want it to crack off. So there I have a 3D flower because it's not flat. So there's one. And then I do the same for this one. Shape it, cut the corners off, and for this one. So I'll keep going and I'll come back to you when I have a flock of petals. Let's see how we go with this handle. I'm going across the cup, which it may cut off easily or not. Now I want to cut this way because this cup handle's being weird. I want to save the bottom as well. So then we've got things like this. We can still go cut a triangle, and if you cut big, like longer pieces, let's say this, just by way of example, and you can see I'm taking this all very seriously, I can cut that way to make triangles. I can cut that way to make longer, skinnier triangles, and just see where it fits. So you can see already I've got the making of quite a few petals from that tiny little cup. And there we have it. We have a nice cup handle here. I haven't managed to break it. Brill. Now I have the bottom and I want to save the bottom, so I'll just nip that around there, and of course that will go on the grinder. I just cut all those bits off. So whichever way is easiest for you to cut. See, I can't see where I'm going, so I like to cut this way. But it's up to you. It's what works best for you. My rules aren't necessarily your rules, and vice versa. All our hands are different, all our techniques are different. For whatever reason, it would actually make a nice sized dish for making the 3D flower in. Haha. Okay, so out of that, so here you can see what I've got from just that one small cup, with just some careful thinking about how to cut it. So I've actually ended up with 3 little flowers, different size centres with the perfect yellow that goes with the butterfly. Somewhere where the butterfly will end up. Some extra little bits if I want to do snazzy little centres, or just turn those into little flowers on the side, and I won't know till I get there. A cup handle intact, yay, and a bottom intact. So this is the cup, if you're interested in wanting to have the same cup. I don't know where these come from or how old they are. I probably wouldn't use this outside. I don't know how it would go. It does say it's dishwasher safe. Generally that's okay, and that it is bone china. So if I was going to put it outside, I would definitely need to seal all these edges. So not bad. I think I'm going to do a heart. I haven't done a heart for ages, and pink is my challenge colour. So that's what the challenge is for me, is to make something pretty in pink. I hope you join in.